This is the Female Szn Podcast, the podcast where we embrace growth, confidence, and the journey of becoming our best selves together. Hey, beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of the Female Szn Podcast. I'm your host, Ari Bryant, and today we're talking about a feeling that many of us have, but we rarely say it out loud. Why do we sometimes dread running into people we know? So whether it's someone from high school, at the grocery store, a coworker at the gas station, or a cousin at a family event, it's that awkward pause, the tight smile, the mini wave, or even the urge to completely avoid the moment altogether. And today, I want to unpack why we feel that way, and more importantly, how to move through those emotions with confidence and grace. So sometimes the discomfort comes from not feeling like making small talk. You might just not have the energy. You're in sweats, you're focused, you're on your own vibe, and that's valid. But other times, that discomfort is deeper. It's fear, it's insecurity, it's shame. We worry someone will see us and immediately assign a story to us based on, what they knew about us back in the day. Not realizing how much we've grown, changed, and evolved. But here's the thing, you're not who you were. And you're also not obligated to be where you thought you would be. So you're in your own beautiful season, even if it feels messy, uncertain, or slower than expected. Maybe you don't have the job title yet. Maybe you gain weight. Maybe you're not where you thought you'd be by now. But none of that takes away from your worth. You're still valid, and you are still evolving, and you are still enough. And, I encounter this a lot. Like, the good thing is, I don't live in a state where I went to school at, I live somewhere where I'm kind of like, I don't know anybody. But when I go back home, a lot of times I might run into people I know. And I don't know, I'm definitely like that person who gained weight from high school. And it's like, dang, I ain't looking my best. I don't want, such to see me like this. But it is who I am. Why am I trying to hide who I am? I don't know. It's deeper than that. It's like when you run into people that you haven't seen in so long, you want to look your best. You want to feel your best. And you want to have reached the best. So everything that you wanted to achieve, you want to be that person. So it's like when you run into them, it's like, what are you going to tell them? Dang, I'm still in this situation. I'm still this. I still ain't lost weight. I still, and this is the thing. That person could not even be thinking about that. They probably just happy to run into you. But I ain't gonna lie, there's some people who are messy and will say things. I've encountered people who say, oh, you gained weight. Or, oh, I don't know. And I don't look at myself in the mirror. But that's a conversation for another time. But the whole point is sometimes we assume that we have to be this person when we run into people. And there's this fear, dang, I'm not on point. I'm not, But it's you're human. And a lot of times that person just happy to run into a familiar face. We don't feel good when we see familiar faces. Sometimes it's because we've forgotten how to define ourselves on our own terms. So we start measuring ourselves against their memory of us instead of owning who we are today. You could have been the captain of the cheerleading team or captain of the football team, whatever. You could have been that person back in high school or middle school or whatever, or even college. And now you feel dang, I thought I was going to go to the NFL, or I thought I was going to, do this. And, you may not feel good about where you're at in your life, but you should still feel good about where you're at, because that person who haven't seen you in many, many years probably don't know what you've been through, don't know what happened. And a lot of times that shaped who we became. So here's what I want to say to you, and maybe even to myself. Don't let anyone's old image of you keep you from showing up fully. You've been through things that they haven't seen. You've overcome battles that they'll never understand, and you're doing the best that you can in this season, and that is enough. So if you feel nervous about your appearance, your progress, or your timeline, it's okay. Like, those things can always change if you want them to. But don't wait to love yourself until they do. You should definitely be confident in your season, be proud of your process, be gentle with the version of you that's still becoming. And you don't need to hide from familiar faces. You don't need to shrink. You're allowed to be seen even before everything's perfect. And I think that's what it is. It's more so like you want to be this person because you want to align with what they envision for you. A lot of times people put you on a pedestal and you didn't ask for that. But if you're a great person, then that's just automatic. So it's like sometimes you feel like you're letting people down, but as long as you're not letting yourself down, then I think that you are where you're supposed to be. And you just got to find happiness in that. And if you are not reaching your goals, you always can. It's never too late. It doesn't matter if you're 60 years old. You can still reach your goals. Just work on them. Never stop until you get to where you want to be. Thank you for listening to today's episode. Be kind to yourself this week. And the next time you run into someone who used to know you, remember they're not only seeing a snapshot, but you are the full story. Until next time, I'm your host, Ari Bryant. Stay confident, stay present, and keep becoming the person that you are always meant to be.